guys want to talk a little bit about what you're doing here with the vertical record and how things are different for women and how you're helping us get better at the sport?
In my opinion, generally, don't anybody get mad, but I feel generally men have a bit more muscle and are stronger, but women are generally more flexible and limber, and flexibility is a big part of being good at skydiving. So it helps women to compete and perform at the same level as men, because where we might not have as much muscle, we have more flexibility. So it helps us to be just as good as the guys in this sport. There's really not much difference between men and women because of that element, I feel. It's not proven, but I feel that. And the reason why I like to do a record with just women is because generally you see more men in the sport. I think the ratio is 5 to 1, 5 men to every 1 woman. And the more professional and the higher level of skydiving that you see, that ratio becomes a little bit more dramatic, more like 8 men to 1 woman. So I like to try and have events that encourage women to get better, to try harder, to push their skill level. And also it's just so special to be surrounded by women because it doesn't happen as much. So it's really a treat to sit in a plane load of people and it's just women. That never really happens unless you plan for it. So
Amy covered like a lot of it. But I remember when Amy and I were first doing our first women's world record, we were concerned about attitudes, because a lot of people have a perception that you get a lot of women together, they're going to be all like, rah, rah, you know, catty and territorial. But ever since we have done this, that has been actually opposite. It's been very encouraging and promoting, and everyone's just like working as a team and very supportive. So it's also encouraging for us to keep on doing what we're doing, because a lot of women are, you know, pushing themselves further as individuals as well as in the sport.
Yay to all that. I keep coming back because it is very nurturing and you guys are super positive vibe, and that's something that I think carries throughout the sport for the most part, men and women. Very positive vibe environment, people enjoying themselves, people realizing successes for themselves and all of that. But something that you had mentioned, Amy, I'd like to touch on again is, you know, we might not have this asset, but we have another. And that's a thought process that I've learned here with you guys is, instead of going, gee, I can't do this, it's like, you know what? Forget about that. What about these other things that you can do and that you can excel in? And that's a huge lesson, I think, not just in skydiving or even in sports, but just for everybody. I really appreciate you guys spelling that out to us the way that you do here at these camps. Blue sky.